So we're getting ready to meet the starting lineups here. We appreciate you guys tuning in to the UPIKE Sports Network presented by Appalachian Wireless. For my man Jeremy on camera today, he's been doing an excellent job over here. I guess he's on the switcher. I guess that's called the switcher. I'm still learning all these terms and what this stuff does. So we'll meet the starting lineup. It'll be first McKay Paddock, number 0. He's a sophomore from the Netherlands. And then you also have number 2, Caleb Wallace. He is a freshman from Jackson, Ohio. Number 5 is Taylor Mack, a sophomore from Akron, Ohio. Number 11 is Shiloh Blevins, sophomore, 6'5", from South Webster, Ohio. And the man in the middle will be number 44, Exos Manissa, 6'8" freshman from the Congo. Coached by Ryan Airwood in his second season. Now let's meet the Bears. The sophomore from Elliott County High School, number 2, Corbin Spencer. He'll be joining the starting lineup tonight by number 4, 6'9", redshirt junior from Clemens, North Carolina, Jacob Brown. Number 21 from Chicago, Illinois, 6'2", junior, Kenyon Dooling. Also joining the starting lineup from Memphis, Tennessee, 6'7", sophomore, Maurice Dixon. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bears, number 55 from Sterling, Virginia, a redshirt junior, Christian Sweezy. Again for the Bears, it'll be Spencer, Brown, Dooling, Dixon, and Sweezy. For the Red Storm, Paddock, Wallace, Mack, Blevins, and Manissa. The Bears are coached by Ty Compton in his second season. 23 wins, 14 losses. Bears lead the overall series, 12 wins to 2 losses. Last meeting was December 17th in 2020. Iowa Grande picked up a 74-59 victory that day. So Manissa and Brown will be at the center circle to jump for the jump ball. Red Storm is going to control. They'll get it over to Wallace. Man-to-man defense for the Bears. Paddock, he's got the basketball, is the one to watch out for the Red Storm. 10 on the shot clock. Shots up, front of the rim, rebound by Dooling. And he's going to push for the Bears. Pull it back out, man-to-man defense for the Red Storm as well. Gets over to Sweezy, 20 on the shot clock. Now they'll get to Spencer. Look at Sweezy over to Dooling. Spencer run off a couple of screens. Brown comes to the screen with 10 on the shot clock for Dooling. Gets to the paint, fade away, shots up, rolls around, comes off. Nice rebound from Blevins for the Red Storm. Screen up the top, Sweezy loses his footing. Got 13 on the shot clock. Gets all the way to the rim, shots up, and good. That's Caleb Wallace with the first bucket of the game for either team. Red Storm leading this one 2-0. It's over to Dixon, back to Spencer. Again, the Bears are playing short-handed. Spencer gets all the way to the basket. Manissa going to call for the foul. Manisa will be his team's first. Bears will have 20 on the shot clock. Gets into Brown over the dueling. Picks up his dribble. Gets over to Spencer. Spencer put down a couple of dribbles. Spin move at the free throw line over to Dixon. He's going to drive. Gets back to Spencer. 7 on the shot clock. Taddick knocks the basketball away. 5 on the shot clock. Got to do something with it. Spencer from deep. Off the side of the rim. Dixon goes high for the rebound. However, is unable to corral it. Out of bounds. Red Storm basketball. So the Bears will stay in the man-to-man defense. Wallace being guarded by Sweezy. Pick up top. Over to Taddick. Gets inside the Blevins. Being guarded by Dixon. 8 on the shot clock. Over to Wallace. Wallace put down a couple of dribbles. Pass is tipped by Brown. Over to Manissa. Shots off the side of the rim, rebounded by Sweezy. Gets over to Spencer. Spencer's going to get to the rim. Now he pulls it back up, picks up the dribble over to Dixon. Dixon with a spin move at the basket. Nice rebound by Blevins. Taddick comes away with the basketball. He may got with a double dribble there. No call. 17:25 to go here in the first half. A little mix up defensively there. Taddick shots up and good. 5-0 Red Storm. Tadic comes in. He's the leading scorer for the Red Storm. Sweezy will come get the basketball. Over to Spencer. Spencer gets all the way to the rim. Nice job. Using the rim as a extra screen. 5-2. Red Storm leading this one. Communication got to get a little bit better on the defensive end here for the Bears, though. We can screen up top. Taddick sets his feet, holds his release. It's 8-2 to Rio. The Red Storm. Taddick has made 2 threes. He got 6 points. Again, the Bears got to communicate better defensively on those screens up top. Dooling will put down a couple of dribbles, go inside to JB. JB has the basketball. He's going to go to work. Shots up off the side of the rim. Rebound by Wallace. Sweezy tries to get the basketball, unable to do so. Wallace is going to push for the Red Storm. Screen up top. Gets to the free throw line. Over to Manissa. Blevins goes to the baseline. Shots up and good. And it's quickly 10-2. And let's see if this is going to be a 30-second timeout or a full. Smith will check in for the Red Storm. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Let's just stay here. So quickly the Red Storms come out, and Taddick's come out with 2 3-point buckets for the Red Storm. Wallace has a bucket, and Blevins has a nice bucket off from the baseline. Out to a 10-2 lead. Neither team's turned it over so far. 3 rebounds for the Red Storm, 2 for the Bears. Offensively, again, playing shorthanded today. With only 8 players, and one of those 8 players is Jordan Perry, and this is his first action since last March. So after a quick 30-second timeout, the Bears will come back out ready to play. Over to Spencer. Looks like going to be a zone defense here coming from the Red Storm. Now they'll match up man out of it. Over to Dixon. Rises up, holds a release off the side of the rim. Rebound by Blevins. And he's going to push for the Red Storm. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the UPIKE Sports Network. Taddick puts down a couple of dribbles. Cut off by Dixon. Nice job. Manissa has the basketball over to Wallace. Wallace will work around the screen. Sweezy guarding him. Turnaround jumper in front of the rim. Spencer with the rebound. Bears need a basket. Spencer all the way to the rim. Gets it over to Dooling. Holds the release out of the corner in front of the rim. Wallace and the rebound for the Red Storm. His second of the afternoon. Kevin Bishop and Jordan Perry looking to check in for the Bears. Next dead ball. Off of Manissa hand. Over to Brown. And gets it to Sweezy, back over to Spencer. Spencer's going to try to get to the bucket. Gets there. Nice job at Taddick. Cut him off. Turnover. Still by Smith. He goes up. It's off the side of the rim. Stolen by Corbin Spencer. Gets over to Dooling. He's going to get to the rim. Left hand is blocked at the rim by Manissa. Nice job by him to get back. And Sweezy has the basketball. Or guarding the basketball. But now the Red Storm's going to slow it down. Run a little offense. 20 on the shot clock now. Taddick will go behind the screen. Blevins at the basketball. He's going to drive. Spin move. 9 on the shot clock. Gets it over to Smith. Holds the release. Front of the rim. Dooling with the rebound. Bring it down for the Bears. Put a couple of subs here and check in for Ryo as well. Spencer gets all the way to the paint. Nice job by Smith to knock it away. Taddick's at the basketball. Working against Dooling. He's blocked at the rim. But Dooling's going to be called for the foul. His first, team's first. I think they're going to have to give him free throws on this one as well. Dooling's first, team's first. Taddick will go to the line. First free throws for either team today. Shots up and good. So Bishop and Perry will check in for Dooling and Brown. So on the floor for the Bears will be Bishop, Perry, Sweezy, Spencer, and Dixon. And then for the Red Storm, 33 House will check in from Australia. Both free throws good. Also Taylor Mack, when Mack started. Thought they may have had a second sub. I may miss the number. But it's 12-2. 10-point lead here for the Red Storm. Struggle offensively so far for the Bears. Over to Jordan Perry. Welcome back. Over to Spencer. Back over to Dixon. Perry's going to cut back door. Dixon will get all the way to the rim and throws it down. 12-4. Dixon's got as his first bucket of the afternoon. 12-4. Now we got to get it done on this end of the floor. Got to be able to play some defense. Sweezy guarding Wallace. It could be off Wallace's leg, I thought. No, Sweezy off Sweezy. 15 on the shot clock. Red Storm will inbound the basketball from the side. So Coach Sid Christ had the scout today for the Red Storm as the opponent. Dixon gets a hand on it. Smith rises up, holds the release. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 15 for Red Storm. The third made three for Ryle in the afternoon. Coach Ty comes in and yells out stack. 15-4. 12 minutes and 45 seconds going in the first half. Gets over to Perry. Puts down a couple of dribbles. Perry looking for Dixon. Dixon at the basketball. He's going to drive once again. Gets all the way to the rim. Lays it up off the rim. Rebound by House. Gets over to Taddick. Taddick's going to get all the way to the rim. Being guarded by Sweezy. Sweezy bodies him up. Nice job. House shots up. Side of the rim. Rebound Kevin Bishop. Gets over to Perry. Perry puts down a couple of dribbles. Looking to pass. They don't stop and gets over to. Well, nope. I thought he was going to pass. He did, but it's stolen. Smith got the basketball. Left-handed layups up and good. 17-4. Dooling looking to check in for the Bears' next dead ball. A little bit of danger zone right now for the Bears. Trailing by 13 early. We played over 8 minutes. The Bears have only got 2 baskets. Spencer goes behind a couple of screens. Looking for Bishop on the inside. Dixon. Smith puts a lot of pressure on him. He puts down a couple of dribbles. He's going to get all the way to the rim. Lays it up with right hand off the glass. He's got 4, 17-6. And that makes 3 times Dixon has been able to get to the rim. They got a little mismatch there. Over to Taddick. Give over to Smith, being guarded by Dixon. Brown going to check back in for the Bears. Wallace shots up, side of the rim. Jordan Perry for the rebound. Don't worry about his leg. Don't worry about it. You know, he's probably going to have weaker leg, just not being in basketball shape as of right now, but he's a veteran though. Ten on the shot clock. Sweezy, 3-point shots up, side of the rim. Wallace goes high for the rebound. Wallace will bring the basketball down, being guarded by Spencer. Wallace will get to the rim. Dixon cuts him off. They swing it around. Smith, 3-point shot, front of the rim. Rebound, Jordan Perry. He comes away with it. A lot of Perry running a little point guard action with this lineup on the floor. Wallace will be called for the block. His first, team second, I believe. It is on Wallace. So with 10 minutes and 20 seconds going here in the first half, Grande leading this one 17-6. You're watching Bears basketball, the University of Pikeville Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the University of Pikeville Gymnasium. 10-20 to go here in the first half. Rise leading this one 17-6. Bears off to a slow start. 3 of 12 from the floor. 0 of 4 from deep. They turned over 3 times. Rio Grande 6 of 14 from the floor. 3 of 7 for deep. Caddock's got 8 points to lead the Rio Grande Red Storm. Dixon's got 4 to lead the Bears. Coming out of the timeout, you'll have Dooling, Brown, Bishop, Perry, and Spencer. Get into Spencer in the corner, knocked away out of his hands, out of bounds. Dooling will inbound the basketball, gets it to Brown, over to Spencer. Got 15 on the shot clock. Over to Dooling. Over to Perry. Got 10 on the shot clock. Perry's going to get all the way to the rim. He can cut off. Spencer's got the basketball at 5. He gets the rim. Rises up. Nice floater with the right hand, 17-8. Spencer's got 4 on the afternoon. They got to pick up here defensively, though. Vanessa's got the basketball for the Red Storm. Cody Lance checked in for the Red Storm at the timeout. Vanessa's got the basketball. Unable to control the ball, goes out of bounds. Turnover, ball. The Bears get the basketball back. Mack will return to the action for the Red Storm, replacing House. 17-8. 9 minutes and 36 seconds go here in the first half. Going over to Perry. Bishop gives him a screen up top. Perry's going to go all the way to the bucket. Nope, he's going to pick up his dribble. Spencer will get to the baseline. Spin move. Try to find Bishop off his hands out of bounds. That'll be up to turnover Bears. That would be their 4th of the first half. That's where Coach Compton will say, go ahead and score the basketball. Lance got the basketball for the Red Storm. Got 18 on the shot clock. Over to Smith with Manissa. To Mack. Goes around the screen. They switch it up top. Perry closes out. And we're going to try to post in the 5 on the shot clock. Smith rises up. Brown contest. Front of the rim. Bishop will try to grab the rebound off his hands, out of bounds, though. The Bears just look like they have a lot of rust. Again, they're only playing with 8 players on the afternoon. Again, of the 8, one of them is Jordan Perry, first game of the season for the senior. The grad student, I should say. Sweezy will check it back in with the Bears' next dead ball. Over to Lance. Max on a drive. Vanessa trying to show off some range. Back of the rim. Rebound by Mac. Lance holds the release. Doesn't draw anything. Goes out of bounds. Bears basketball. Sweezy will check in. And he's going to check in for Corbin Spencer. This is a situation where he's got to keep on rotating players to keep everybody fresh. 17-8. See if we can get something going offensively here. Sweezy over to Brown. Brown looking for Dooling. Finds him. 15 on the shot clock. Sweezy puts down a couple of dribbles over to Perry. Perry puts down 2 dribbles over to Brown. 10 on the shot clock now. Dooling rises up, holds the release front of the rim. Blevins with the rebound for the Rio Red Storm. Puts down a couple of dribbles, been guarded by Perry. Blevins goes by Perry, beats him to the rim. Makes it 19-8. Looks like Perry may have been expecting some defensive help there. Double stack is what Coach Compton's wanting ran here. Sweezy over to Brown. Brown, they're looking against his zone defense here. Bishop, they're going to step on the end line. Another turnover Bears. Dixon will return to the lineup for the Bears. And he is going to replace Bishop. Tadic will return to the lineup along with Caleb Wallace. 19-8. We played 12 minutes and 30 seconds. The Bears only have 8 points. Wallace gets it over to Mack, over to Manessa. Gets over to Blevins. Puts down some dribbles. Gets to the baseline. Tadic rises up in front of the rim. Brown did a nice job boxing out. Manessa's going to be called for the over-the-back violation. His second, team's third. So Smith will return to line for the Rio Red Storm, replacing Manessa. So definitely with Manessa out, definitely a smaller lineup for the Red Storm. Sweezy, let's see if he can, I was hoping maybe he get going, but he dribbles the basketball off his knee. Blevins get all the way to the rim. Layup, no good. Dooling off his hands, but he was knocked out by Mack. Bears will have the basketball. Zero flow to the game right now for the Bears. Only 4 baskets so far. Perry gets over to Dixon. 15 on the shot clock. Dixon, he's got to the rim a couple times today. Gets inside the Brown, being guarded by Tadic. Tadic's going to be called for the bump. That'll be his first, team's 4th. Dooling was triggered in for the Bears. Gets over to Sweezy. Comes up with it. And trying to get inside the Brown. Dixon gets inside the Brown. Brown's going to go to work. Puts down a couple of dribbles. Try to create space. He does so. A little right-handed floater is up and good. 19-10. The Bears have to work for every single bucket right now. Over to Blevins. Blevins over to Smith. Over to Tadic, being guarded by Dooling. Jordan Perry, once he's checked in, he's played a lot of minutes for the Bears. Tadic get all the way to the rim. Shots up and good. He's in double figures with 10 points. 21-10. Sweezy over to Perry. Perry, the free throw line over the Dooling. Holds the release. Shot's good. Bringing on Dooling with the first 3 of the afternoon for the Bears. and they've cut that lead to 8, 21-13. That's his first bucket of the afternoon. Kevin Bishop will check in for the Bears next dead ball. Taddock being guarded by Dooling. Gets around the screen. Taddock using his size over to Smith. Holds the release from the rim. Dooling with another rebound for the Bears. Let's see if we can get a little bit of rhythm. Brown is winded. He's the last one back here for the Bears. Brown's hurt. I don't know. Yeah, he was feeling ill. Bishop will check in for Brown. He was trying. So we'll do this is a media timeout. So with 4:58 to go here in the first half, the Ryle Red Storm's leading this one 21-13. We'll send it back to the station for a break. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the University of Pikeville Gymnasium. 4:58 to go here in the first half. Red Storm's leading this one 21-13. We've had an injury time out there. Jacob Brown had to be, he's on the bench now. Looks like it's okay. I don't know if it was, he got winded or what it may be. However, Kevin Bishop will check in for him. But the Bears, again, it's a struggle offensively now. 6 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 7 from deep. But defensively, they're getting the job done as well, though. Of course, the Ryle Red Storm to 8 of 22 from the floor, 36%, and 3 of 11 from deep. However, the Bears have turned it over 6 times, and the Red Storm's only turned it over twice. So Wallace will bring the basketball down from the floor. Spencer will check in next dead ball for the Bears. Perry guarding Wallace. 15 on the shot clock. Gets over to Blevins. Taddock going to post. Fade away from the rim. Wallace out hustles 3 Bears for the basketball. 15 on the clock. Being guarded by Perry. Blevins gets to the free throw line. Stolen by Christian Sweezy. Gets it over to Kevin Bishop. Looks like Sweezy's going to run point now. Over to Perry. Perry's going to get to the free throw line, puts a couple of spin moves on. Try to finish that left hand, unable to do so. Smith with the rebound. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Sweezy guarding Taddock, getting physical with him as well. Taddock bumps him all the way down to the post. Over to Blevins. He's going to get to the basket. It's contested at the rim by Dixon and Bishop. The ball set with the Red Storm. Spencer will check in for Jordan Perry for a well-deserved break. His first trip, he's coming. You can tell he's winded. But there's 4 Bears around the basketball and unable to come up with it, though. Shots up by Smith, holds the release. Bang, gets his second 3 of the afternoon. He's got 8 points. 24-13, Red Storm leading this one. And this is the end where the Bears have really struggled. The continuity is 0 in the afternoon so far offensively. Sweezy gets over to Dixon. Spencer rises up, holds the release. Bang, 24-16. Spencer's up to 7 on the afternoon. Now we've got to rebound the basketball and play some defense. Wallace goes around the screen, gets to Taddock, puts down a couple of dribbles, being guarded by Spencer, got 10 on the clock. He's going to work against Spencer. Taddock going to bump all the way down to the post. Bishop guarding Mack, gets hands on the basketball, out of bounds, only 3 on the shot clock though. Coach Coach Compton, well, he's going to have a timeout call. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here, guys. 24-16 with 2:37 to go here in the first half. Again, the struggles for the Bears offensively. 7 of 19 from the floor. Bears being out-rebounded, though, 14-9 as well. The Bears do not have an offensive rebound. The Ryle Red Storm has got 3 offensive rebounds. Ryle's been whistled for 4 fouls. The Bears only been whistled for 1 so far. Spencer's got 7 to lead the Bears, and Taddock has got 10. And Smith off the bench has 8. So now it's 24-16, 3 on the shot clock for the Ryle Red Storm. Inbounds from the baseline. They get inbounds to Taddock, fall away from the corner, rattles around, rebounds up, and that should be Bears basketball. It is. So Smith had the basketball, but the shot clock horn went off. I guess he thought it was a shot clock violation, but it wasn't. That's Bears basketball with under 2:30 to go in the first half, 24-16. Sweezy over to Spencer. Gets all the way to the rim. Right hand rattles around. Smith goes high for the rebound. He's going to get a lot of action, especially with Manessa being in a lot of foul trouble for the Red Storm. Taddock puts down a couple of dribbles. Been guarded by Sweezy. Gets all the way to the rim. Smith swings over to Blevins. So he's going to drive. Gets back to Smith. Holds the release. Side of the rim. Wallace another rebound. Just out hustling the Bears. Wallace shots up front of the rim. Dixon with the rebound for the Bears. Spencer's going to push. Gets over to Sweezy. Sweezy, I see him get going. That'll be Blevins going to be called for the foul. It'll be his first, team's 5th. So the Bears will inbound the basketball from the baseline. House or returns the lineup for the Red Storm, replacing Mack. 24-16. Dooling will do a little cleanup duty there. A little perspiration on the floor. So you'll have 24 on the shot clock. And Dixon has the basketball on the baseline, gets over to Bishop. Bishop over to Dooling. Over to Spencer. Nope, yep, they're going to go inside the Bishop. Seals his man, goes up with the left hand. And basketball comes off the front of the rim, though. Another missed shot for the Bears, trailing 24-16. Wallace puts down a few dribbles, being guarded by Spencer. Spencer gets around the screen up top. Blevins over to Taddock. Being guarded by Dooling, under 10 on the shot clock. He's going to try to post him up. Over to Wallace, holds the release from the corner. Bang, 27-16. Wallace has 5. Sweezy over to Spencer. It's 27-16. Spencer over to Sweezy. To Bishop. Bishop going to go up. There's going to be an offensive foul called from Kevin Bishop. Bishop, that will be his first, team second. So with 53 seconds to go here in the first half. 27-16, Ryle leading this one. So Sid Christ, the assistant coach, has the scout of this game. He's shouting out instructions from the bench. Over to House. House puts down a couple over to Wallace. 10 on the shot clock. Gets all the way to the basket. Being guarded by Sweezy. Fadeaway right-hander. Dueling battles for the rebound. He comes up with it. He's going to push. Shot clock's off over to Spencer. Being guarded by House. So they're going to go for the last shot. Down to 10 on the play clock. Dixon will step back 3. Holds the release. Off the side of the rim. Taddock goes high for the rebound. 3, 2, 1. Wallace shots up and off the side of the rim. And we'll go to halftime. It's 27-16. Rio Grande, the Red Storm, leading this one. We'll send it back to the station for a break. We'll come back with some halftime stats and comments. You're watching UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Bears will have the basketball first here in the second half. We'll see if they get something going here. Doolin get the basketball inside to Spencer. Zone defense coming out by Red Storm. Brown had the basketball at the post. Over to Spencer. 20 on the shot clock. Back over to Doolin. He drives, uses the pick. Back over to Spencer. Spencer looking inside to Brown for the post. Spencer get down to the free throw line. Nice entry pass to Dixon. Much better looking play there for the Bears. 27-18. Levin gets over to Manessa, who had 2 fouls there in that first half. Taddick had 10 in that first half. Sophomore from Netherlands. Rises up, holds the release. 3-point basket is good. That's his third of the afternoon. He's got 13. It's a 30-18 lead for the Red Storm. Coach Sid Chris looks at the teams that guard him. Pick coming from Dixon up top. Spencer Blevins going to guard him. Gets over to Dooling. Gets up to the free throw line. Knocked away from him. Picks it back up. Gets over to Dixon. 10 on the shot clock. Gets it back over to Dooling. He's going to try to get to the free throw line. He got all the way to the rim. Plays through some contact. And we got a foul called. He's going to be on number 5, Taylor Mack. His team's first here in the second half. He's going to send Dooling to the line, shooting 2 shots, excuse me. This is the first trip to the line on the afternoon for the Bears. Dooling will tuck his jersey in, puts down a couple of dribbles, spins the basketball, bends the knees, holds the release, rattles around and comes out. Second shot's up and finds the bottom net this time, makes it 30-19. So the Bears' offensive struggles continue on the afternoon. Man-to-man defense from the Bears. Taddick rises up. Another 3-point basket. He's got 4 of those on the afternoon. It's 33-19, largest lead of the day for the Red Storms. Spencer going to get all the way to the basket, tries to finish. Blevins with a block at the rim. Definitely the energy has come from the Red Storm side of things. The Bears showing 0 life right now. And the Brown over to going to give it to Dooling. Doesn't do so. Man-to-man defense coming up from Red Storm. 10 on the shot clock. Dooling gets all the way to the rim. The floater is good. Makes it 33-20. So it looks like they're going to pick up full court. A little token pressure. Sweezy guarding Wallace over to Taddick, over to Manessa. They go to Blevins. Being guarded by Dixon. Gets all the way to the rim. The floater off the front of the rim. Manessa with the tip. And then we'll get it to go. Blocked by Spencer on the inside. The basketball will stay with the Red Storm with 18 on the shot clock. 33-21. Red Storm winning this one. Manessa gets into Mack, over to Taddick, over to Wallace, and guarded by Sweezy. Sweezy was wearing a shoulder harness that first half. He's not wearing in the second half, though. 5 on the shot clock. Blevins got the basketball. Brown switches out, gets to the free throw line, rises up, the shot rattles around. Dooling with a rebound. Dooling gets his 5th of the afternoon. And he's going to get all the way to the rim. Floaters up, and basketball will fall. However, the foul's going to come before the bucket. It's going to be on Mack. His second, team second. Smith will return, replacing Mack. He had 8 points in that first half, including a couple made threes. And Brown's going to be called with a push-off. Bishop will return to the lineup for the Bears. He's going to replace Jacob Brown. Best thing for the Brown dudes is go sit down a little bit because he's on the verge of getting a technical foul. A lot of frustration coming from Jacob Brown. Get very physical in the post there, and Brown got called with a push-off. That's Brown's first foul of the afternoon, first on the Bears here in the second half. Switch up top over to Blevins, back over to Taddick. We can guard by Dooling this time. He rises up, holds the release. Off the backboard, Wallace with another rebound. Give him 6 rebounds for Wallace. Over to Spencer. Gets all the way to the rim, gets it back over to Dixon with 20 on the shot clock. Wallace only 5'8", he's got 6 rebounds. Smith's going to be called for the foul. It'll be his first, team's third here in the second half. So Dooling will inbound the basketball from the baseline, gets over to Spencer. Puts down the dribble, gets to the free throw line, puts another dribble down, gets all the way to the rim. Manissa unable to do anything with him, and Spencer gets the shot to go, give him 9. Bears within 10. 16 minutes and 15 seconds to go. The Bears got to get some stops. Sweezy will switch over on Taddick. Taddick is trying to post, he pushes off. No call. Taddick's got 18 on the afternoon, 35-23. Spencer's got the basketball, working off a pick from Kevin Bishop. Put down a couple more dribbles, rises up, shots up, good. Corbin Spencer, he's the first Bears player in double figures with 11, and Bears back in with 10. This is the end of the floor the Bears have to do a better job on. Defensively, and Wallace gets all the way to the rim over to Blevins. 3-point shot out of the corner. Manessa with a rebound. Wallace with a rebound as well off the front of the rim. Dixon goes high for the rebound. Jordan Perry will check in for the Bears, the next dead ball. Spencer going to drive on Taddick. Spin move off the glass. No good. Looked like it may have been touched off the glass. The official says no goaltending. Taddick over to Wallace. Rises up, holds the release. Side of the rim. Spencer with another rebound. Dixon's going to be on his left. Get over to Sweezy. Sweezy's going to try to finish. No, gets to the Dixon. It's going to be a foul call. No shot. Some good action there by the Bears. Offense coming a little bit better, a little bit easier this half for the Bears. So Perry will check in for Dooling. And then Mack will check back in for Manissa. So definitely got a little size advantage for the Bears right now. Spencer's got the basketball in the corner with 20 on the shot clock. Drives off a Red Stormers player's foot, out of bounds. 19 on the shot clock. 15 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second half. Bears trailing by 10. Played 25 minutes and he scored 25 points. It's been a struggle offensively today for the Bears. Inbounds basket. The ball is inbound. Nice job of Smith playing some defense there. Got Sweezy who inbounds the basketball now. Bishop going to try to drive against Wallace, against a smaller player. He's going to call for an offensive foul. That's his second foul of the afternoon, second against the Bears in the second half. It just like we don't have an identity this afternoon. We're trying to force everything. The Red Storm's got the momentum. They have the energy right now as well. Again, the Bears are playing shorthanded with 8 players. However, that's our 6th turnover on the afternoon. Being out-rebounded as well, 22-14. Caleb Wallace, shortest guy on the floor at 5'8". He's got 7 rebounds. He's the leading rebounder in the game. Taddick shots up, back to the rim. Perry goes high for the rebound. Puts down a couple of dribbles. He's going to bring the ball up for the Bears. He finds Dixon over his head into the front row. Turnover Bears. So Offensive foul and then the turnover. House will return to the lineup for the Red Storm, replacing Blevins. Sweezy guarding Wallace. Spencer now guarding Taddick. He gets to the baseline. Spencer bodying him up. 10 on the shot clock. Taddick trying to find somebody. Finds a Wallace. Nice job of Sweezy to cut off the drive where the Taddick got 5 on the shot clock. Pushes off a little bit. No call. Taddick bounces in. Mack gets a rebound. He dives on the floor, and I believe it's going to be a timeout, Red Storm. So all the hustle points and is all going the Red Storm's way right now. The Bears are struggling. So 30-second timeout. We'll stay here at the gymnasium. So with 14 minutes and 2 seconds to go, 35-25. The Bears are outscoring Ryle in the second half 9-8. However, on the scoreboard, 35-25. Red Storm. Bears are 11-28 from the floor, 39%. Ryle 13-44, 29%. So the Bears are doing a job defensively. However, where the Bears are getting beat, 23 rebounds for the Red Storm, 15 for the Bears. And the Bears are yet to get an offensive rebound on the afternoon. So you have 15 on the shot clock. The Bears trailing by 10, gets inside to Wallace. Going to be on Sweezy. Sweezy, that will be his first foul. Bears third. Mack inbounds the basketball to Wallace. Being guarded by Sweezy. Pick coming up. Spencer guarding House. House going to get to the free throw line now. He's going to try to post Spencer. Turn around, fade away. Side of the rim. Bishop goes high for the rebound. Gets over Jordan Perry. Perry goes down the back dribble, and it's going to be a call on Smith. Be his third, team's fifth. That could be big. I mean, so now he gets this 3 foul on Smith, and Manessa's got 2 fouls. He's currently on the bench right now. Dixon gets inside the Bishop, gets it over to Dixon. Dixon over to Bishop, back to Spencer, grabs the baseline, picks up his dribble, kind of no man's land, gets it over to Sweezy, rises up, holds the release, bang! Christian Sweezy with a 3. Bears within 7. We needed that one. That's Sweezy's first basket of the afternoon. That young man can get hot and fill it up quickly. Let's hope he gets another look at it. House with the basketball, being guarded by Spencer. Bishop will switch on the pick. Sweezy guarding Wallace. Wallace going to try to drive. Sweezy cuts him off, gets over to House, rises up from three-point land. Side of the rim, Bishop battles, Perry battles. However, Mack comes away with the rebound. Wallace gets back to Taddick. Dooling will check in for Red Storm's neck dead ball. Taddick at the basketball, rises up. Long three-point basket over Spencer. His 5th of the afternoon. He's got 21 points. Game high scorer right now. Spencer, being guarded by House, gets all the way to the bucket. Does the finish? He does. He's up to 13 on the afternoon. The Bears are within 8. Lance will check in for the Red Storm at the next dead ball. Wallace looking for the Taddick. Taddick, who's got 5 threes on the afternoon. House rises up, side of the rim. Dixon with a rebound. Gets over to Spencer. Spencer's going to push down for the Bears. He's got Perry to his right. Jacob Brown's going to check in for the Bears next dead ball as well. Gets over to Dixon. Dixon puts down a couple between legs dribbles. Perry had a nice backdoor cut. Dixon couldn't find him. Forces it all the way to the basket. However, he's able to score the bucket. The Bears pull within 6. Now let's see if this is a 30 or a full. It's a 30-second timeout. We can say right here. 12 minutes to go. The Bears have pulled within 6, the closest they've been in a long time. So Spencer's got 13. Dixon's up to 8 points on the afternoon for the Bears. Dooling has 6. For Rio Grande, Taddock's got 21. Smith got 8. Taddock 7 of 13 from the floor, 5 of 8 from deep. He's got 4 rebounds and an assist as well. Only 4 free throws have been shot this game for both teams. Rio Grande, 8 of 26 from deep. 48 shots on the day, 26 from three-point land. Bears within 6, closest they've been in a long time. He's over the Taddock. They go to Blevins. Looking to Lance, being guarded by Perry. Taddock gets over to Wallace. Wallace tries to get to the baseline. Spencer cuts him off. Back over to Smith. He rises up. Shot's good. Smith's third three-point basket of the afternoon. He's got 11. And the Bears are back down by 9. Spencer gets all the way to the bucket. He rises up. No, it's going to be on Taddock, I believe. It is. That will be his second, team 6th. And that should be a media timeout. So it is a full timeout. So we'll send it back to the station with 11:27 to go here in the second half. Bears trailing this one 41-32. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the University of Pikeville Gymnasium with 11:27 to go here in the second half. The Bears trailing this one by 9, 41-32. Bears will inbounds the basketball from the baseline. 20 on the shot clock. So the final 11:27. Bears will be shooting the bonus. Doolin gets inside the Brown. I thought he may kick it back out. Right-handed hook, front of the rim. Basketball will stay with the Bears with 14 on the shot clock. On the floor for the Bears, Doolin, Brown, Spencer, Perry, and Dixon. Terrible inbounds pass. Turnover Bears. So the Bears will trailing to cut it to 6. And Smith hit a 3, and then the Bears just turned it over. Walls for the Taddock in the corner. Dixon. That's his 6th 3 of the afternoon. He's got 24. And Dixon had his hands down. And the old saying is, you hand down, man down. And especially Taddock is shooting the basketball. Taddock getting physical on the post. The sophomore from the Netherlands. Come from Young Harris College, which is in Georgia. 17 on the shot clock. Perry chases the basketball down. Got 10 on the shot clock now. Perry's going to drive, get to the bucket, spin move. Blocked at the rim. That's Lance on the block. And nothing's working offensively for the Bears today. Blevins going to drive. Brown, nice job. Stolen by Corbin Spencer. Has Dixon to his right. He's going to finish at the rim himself. He does. He's got 15. And the Bears are within 10. Have to get stops now, down by 10 with 10 minutes to go. Played 30 minutes, only got 34 points, and Wallace gets all the way to the rim. He's got 7. No defensive help whatsoever. Coach Compton calls stack offensively. The Bears trailing by 12. Under 10 to go in the second half. Spencer all the way to the rim. Shots up and good, but they're not going to count the basket. It's on Wallace. His second, team 7th. So Spencer should go to the line shooting 1 in the bonus. The Bears have been to the line 1 time today. Dueling went 1 of 2. Let's see if Spencer can make this one. He earns the bonus and pulls the Bears within 11. Spencer's up to 16 on the afternoon. Give him 17. Wallace has the basketball for the Red Storm over to Smith. Back over to Blevins. Lance being guarded by Perry. Fights over a screen. Wallace will go baseline, being guarded by Spencer. Over to Blevins. Got 9 on the shot clock. Smith being guarded by Dooling. Over to Blevins. Rises up with the 3-point shot. Side of the rim. Spencer goes high for the rebound. He's going to push. Bears are going to have baskets. Spencer all the way to the rim. Right-hand finish. He's up to 19 on the afternoon. He's trying to carry the load all by himself. 46-38. He's got 19 of the 38 for the Bears. Wallace being guarded by Spencer. Gets all the way to the rim. Spencer with nice hands knocks the basketball out of bounds. Bishop will check in for the Bears. Manissa will check in for the Red Storm. Bishop will replace Brown. Manissa will replace Lance. So with 12 on the shot clock, into Taddick, being guarded by Dixon. Taddick gets to the free throw line. Over to Smith, rises up, front of the rim. Over to Dixon, over to Spencer. He's going to push. Need a basket here. Spencer looking to finish, gets over to Kevin Bishop. He's going to get all the way to the rim. Tries to finish left hand, he does over to Manissa. Bishop, first bucket of the afternoon, pulls the Bears within 6. At 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the second half. Wallace being guarded by Perry. Over to Blevins, being guarded by Spencer. 10 on the shot clock. He drives. Over to Taddick, being guarded by Dixon. Taddick been the man this afternoon. He's going the fadeaway. Dixon gets a hand on it. Perry gets the basketball. They're down 6. Need a bucket. Perry gets the basketball. Gets all the way to the rim. Layup is good for Jordan Perry. And the Bears have called for as close as they've been in a long time. Down by 4. It's going to be a full timeout with 7:37 to go in the second half. Bears trailing this one 46-42. We'll send it back to the station. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back into the University of Pikeville Gymnasium with 7:37 to go in the second half. The Bears have pulled within 4. That's the closest the Bears have been all afternoon. Is once down 46-36, and the Bears have used a 6-0 run, capped off by Jordan Perry layup just before the break. Man-to-man defense from the Bears. Dixon and guarding Taddick here. You got 15 on the shot clock. Taddick being guarded by Dixon. Dixon got a little bit more length. Gets over to Wallace. Wallace got the basketball. That'll be Spencer with a push. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Bears on the second half. That'll be the first foul on Corbin Spencer. 7:15 to go here in the second half. Red Storm will inbounds from the baseline. Gets into Manessa. Over to Blevins, over to Taddock. Taddock's been the man this afternoon. Over to Wallace. Wallace got down to 10 on the shot clock. Being guarded by Perry. Blevins going to go to work. Perry, nice defense from the grad student. Good defense from Jordan Perry. Better shot from Blevins. He's got 6. And the lead's back up to 8. I'm sorry, 6. Excuse me, 6. A nice defense from Jordan Perry there. Spencer goes behind a couple of screens. Taddock tries to get his hands in there. He does. He's got 15 on the shot clock. Gets over the dueling. He's going to drive against Taddock. Taddock, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Dueling lowered the shoulder right in the chest of Taddock, who picked up the offensive foul. That'll be the 5th on the Bears here in the second half. Dueling second foul here on the afternoon. And 6:25 to go here in the second half. Spencer works around the screen. Gets the that's going to be on Corbin Spencer. His second, team's 6th. So the Bears have got to continue to play with the poise. Sweezy will, okay, he's going to check in next dead ball for the Bears. Again, Perry's seeing a lot of action this afternoon for the Bears. Spencer, Gardner Wallace gets all the way to the rim. Shots up and good. Caleb Wallace, he's up to 9 points on the afternoon. And then the Bears had closed it within 4. And then Ryo goes on a little 4-0 run of their own to extend that lead to 8. And let's see if it's a 30. It's going to be a full timeout. So we'll send it back to the station. 6:06 to go in the second half, 50-42. Ryo leading this one. You're watching the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the University of Pikeville Gymnasium. 6:06 to go here in the second half. Ryo's leading this one 50-42. The Bears had closed it within 4. And then Ryo went on their own little 4-0 run to extend it to an 8-point lead. Sweezy checks in for the Bears, replacing Corbin Spencer to give him a breather. Sweezy over to Dixon. Man-to-man defense coming up here from the Red Storm over to Bishop. Over to Dueling behind the screen. He's got the basketball, looking for Dixon on the inside, unable to get it to him. 10 on the shot clock. Bishop all the way to the basket, left hand, unable to finish. Dixon unable to corral it. And the Bears come up empty once again. And the Bears have to get it done here defensively. Wallace over to Smith, looking for Blevins. Big guard with Perry on the inside. I think he's going to call Sweezy with a hold. That is Sweezy. That'd be his second, team 7th. So send Wallace to the line, shooting 1 in the bonus. 9.7 rebounds and 5 assists. So it's a media timeout. We'll keep it right here, though, since we just went to a break. So with 5:21 to go, the Bears are trailing this one by 8. It's been a struggle offensively for this afternoon for the Bears. 18 of 38 from the floor, actually. Almost 50% from the floor. They've limited Rio 19 of 56. They're 10 of 30 from deep. The Bears are 3 of 10. 8 turnovers for the Bears, 6 for the Red Storm. 26 rebounds for the Red Storm, 20 for the Bears. Bears are still yet to have an offensive rebound in the game. The Bears have turned over 8 times and they got 5 assists. Individually, Taddock for the Red Storm has 24 points. That includes 6 of 9 from deep. Spencer leads the Bears with 19. And I wonder how long they may let him sit. Because he's been the offense this afternoon for the Bears. So this is Wallace's first trip to the line on the afternoon. First shot's up and rattles around, comes off, gets over to Dooley. Now the Bears have got to score. They cannot have empty trips, trailing by 8. Over to Dooling, back to Sweezy. Sweezy, now he got away for the push off, gets back over to Dooling. 15 on the shot clock. Dooling's going to work against Manessa, gets all the way to the bucket. Fakes, right-handed shot up off the backboard, goes in. Dooling is up to 6 on the afternoon. Give him 8. 50-44. Let's get a stop here. Corbin Spencer will check in next dead ball. Manessa over to Taddock. Wallace. Sweezy is going to be called with a hack. And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Sweezy. It's the team's 8th. Wallace will go to the line shooting 2 shots. He missed his last free throw. He makes the first, 51-44. Spencer will check in for Sweezy. Wallace's second shot rattles out. Bears trailing by 7. Dooling, 3, good. Bears back in within 4. 50-47, Dooling's up to 11 points on the afternoon. After they get it done offensively, Dixon has got the defensive assignment on Taddock. 20 on the shot clock. They're going to try to give it to Taddock. On the screen, Spencer goes underneath. Gets to the baseline. Back over to Manessa. Back over to Smith. Smith being guarded by Bishop. Over to Taddock. Got 5 on the shot clock. Over to Wallace. Being guarded by Spencer. He lowers his shoulder. No call. Back over to Smith. Shots up and good by Smith. His 4th made 3 of the afternoon. Give him 14. And the Bears are trailing this one by 7. So with 3:48 to go in the second half, Bears trailing this one 54-47. We'll send it back to the station. You're watching the UPIKE Sports Network presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the University of Pikeville Gymnasium with 3:48 to go here. It's the Bears trailing this by 7. A good defensive stand by the Bears. However, Smith rises up over pressure to make his 4th three-point bucket on the afternoon. And now the Bears trailing by 7 with 3:48 to go. With the Red Storm has hit 11 from deep on the afternoon. So you have Spencer, Dixon, Bishop, Perry, and Sweezy in the lineup for the Bears. Gets over to Dixon, back over to Perry. Perry's at the basketball. Bishop's going to try to post. Sweezy rises up, shots up, and in front of the rim. Rebound, Kevin Bishop is fought for. His 2 Bears fought for the basketball, unable to come up with it. And the Red Storm is in control of this one, folks. Sweezy, Garden Wallace, Manissa, setting screens up top. They're going to try to get it to Taddock. No, Blevins going to get to the baseline. Rises up, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Blevins. Nice job of Kevin Bishop to step in and take that one. Blevins, that's his second foul of the afternoon. 8th on the team. No free throws on an offensive foul. Jordan Perry doing a little cleanup duty. So with 3:07 to go, the Bears cannot have empty trips here. Spencer brings the basketball across half court for the Bears. Over to Dixon. Looking inside to Bishop. Bishop has it up top. Over to Spencer. 15 on the shot clock. We've got a mismatch with Dick Wallace trying to guard Dixon. Spencer's going to try to get over to Dixon. He rises up for the three. No good. However, he's fouled on the three-point shot. It's on Manissa, his third, team's 9th. Dixon will go to the line shooting 3 shots. First trip on the afternoon. 16 of 23 on the season. Dooling looking to check in. Mack looking to check in for the Rio Grande. First shot's up. No good. Dooling will enter the game for Sweezy. Oh, he'll come after the second free throw. Dixon got the basketball, puts down 3, dribbles, spins, bends the knees. Holds the release, rattles off the front of the rim and goes in. Now Dooling will replace Sweezy. Mack will replace Manissa. I would say Dooling and Sweezy may be getting an offensive-defensive substitution. The same thing with Mack and Manissa for the Red Storm. Dixon's third free throw upcoming. That's very pure, so the Bears are trailing by 5. Be a full timeout. So we'll send it back to the station for a break. With 2:43 to go, the Bears trailing this one 54-49. You're watching the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the University of Pikeville Gymnasium. With 2:43 to go here in the second half, Bears trailing this one by 5, 54-49. So after the second made free throw by Maurice Dixon, gives him 10 points on the afternoon. Bears are pulled within 5. Now the Bears, well, they'll pick up kind of token pressure full court. Again, Taddock leading the way for the Red Storms with 24. Smith's got 14 and Wallace has got 10. Both teams with 3 players with double figures. Taddock being guarded by Dixon. Dixon got to keep his hands up. Smith gets all the way to the rim. Spencer on defense. Nice job by the Bears. So walk was called by the official on the side. However, there's an official on the baseline, which he was calling for timeout. But the official from behind the play called the travel when the official on the baseline, when Jordan was calling for a timeout. I think they may have missed that one, folks. I'm not sure why the official from outside the call. However, the play's over now. Bears trailing by 5, 2:20 to go. Got to stay focused in defensively. Smith Gets the basket over to Taddick, been guarded by Dixon. Dooling guarding Mack over to Wallace. Got 15 on the shot clock. Dooling switches out on Wallace. Sweezy doing a good job on Mack, preventing the post. Blevins to get to the baseline. Sweezy with a nice steal. This is the most intensity I've seen the Bears play all afternoon. 5 on the shot clock. Paddock rises up, shots, rattles around, comes off. Spencer at the rebound. Gets over to Dooling. Dooling's at the basketball. Puts it between his legs and back up to Spencer. They're going to run a set. Dixon comes set his pick for Spencer. Spencer going to try to get all of the bucket. He does. Rises up for the layup. No good. No foul call. Perry time for the steal. Over to Smith. He walked. Good call. So a minute 39 to go. Bears trailing by 5. So Jordan Perry, in his return as a Bears basketball player, has played a lot of minutes today. Minute 35 to go. Bears trailing by 5. Over to Dooling. Dooling. Pick coming by Dixon. Dooling puts the basketball between his legs. Spin move on Taddick. Tapped away from him. Perry. Blocked to be called on Taddick. His third foul. It's number 10 on the Red Storm. I'll send Perry to the line shooting 2 shots. His first trip to the line this afternoon. He's got 2 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist on the afternoon. Coach Sid Chris yelling out defensive assignments. Perry will put down a couple of dribbles here. And rattles in. The graduate student is up to 3 on the afternoon. The Bears are within 4. Gets down a couple of dribbles here. Holds the release. Off the back of the rim. Bears within 4. Got to have a stop here defensively. Wallace got the basketball for the Red Storm. Wallace being guarded by Sweezy. Over to Mack. Blevins trying to post Perry. Taddick, 10 on the shot clock. Doing a switch out. Taddick's got it. He's going to drive. Gets to the free throw line. He's pushing off a little bit. No call. Shots up. Sweezy goes high for the one-handed rebound. Under a minute to play. Bears trailing by 4. Over to Spencer. Spencer's got the basketball. Being guarded by Smith. Over to Perry. Perry puts on a couple of dribbles. He's going to drive. Gets all the way to the basket. Layup is no good. And they're going to say off of Perry's hands. Out of bounds. Look at the ball got smacked away, and the official needs to get away from it. Don't walk towards the player. Get back to the baseline. I don't know how that's off of Jordan, though. When the ball's tapped away, the official has really struggled this afternoon. There's too much talking on with coaches and players. Just need to officiate the basketball game. 42 seconds to go. Sweezy going to call the foul. Wallace. He's still down. Looks like he's okay. This will be on Sweezy. His third. They're going to call an intentional foul. And I'm not for sure if that's the right call, as Sweezy is going for the basketball. In the last minute of this basketball game, I'm definitely very biased. I want the Bears to win. However, I think the officials have struggled in this last minute of the ball game. So Wallace will shoot 2 free throws. He's up to 11 on the afternoon. They have one more, and also they'll get the basketball. Makes it a 6-point lead. But however, the officials had missed the one on the end over here where Jordan got smacked on the wrist. There's no call. However, it should have been out of bounds on the Red Storm. But then it keeps on walking towards Jordan. Bishop would return to the lineup. He'll replace Sweezy. Be a full timeout. Let's just keep it right here. So it's been a struggle afternoon for the Bears anyway, though. But also, it gives you a prime example of when you leave a game in the situation of where it's in somebody else's hands, like the official, you may not deserve to win the ball game. So the coaches want to know if they can run the baseline or not. .41 seconds to go. And I tell you, as far as looking at the stats, what's the most telling thing is rebounding. The Red Storm, 29 rebounds, only 24 for the Bears. However, offensive rebounds, 9 for Rio Grande and 0 for the Bears in the afternoon. So it's been 1 and out all afternoon for the Bears. And that's what's going to lead the Bears to a second consecutive loss, I believe. Unless something happens here in the last 41 seconds of the ball game. So here we go. Bishop guard the inbound basket, the pass. Gets inside the Taddock. Taddock being guarded by Dixon. I don't think he can just let him dribble it up. He pushes off a little bit. No call. Wallace. Don't call it on Perry. His first, team's 10th. The Wallace will have 2. So again, the Bears playing shorthanded today, only had 8 players, one of them being Jordan Perry. Wallace misses the first. Quite a game for the young man, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists on the afternoon. 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 of 6 now. And he misses both of them to Bishop. Bears on down by 6. Got to have something quick. Dooling. Behind his back. Gets to the top of the key. And loses it. And that should wrap it up for the Bears. And Perry, they're not going to be a continuation. That could potentially be called an intentional foul as well, too, because Spencer was behind him and he's grabbed him. Be his third. And that should wrap it up for the afternoon. The Bears will fall to 11-3. Their second consecutive loss. Wallace makes 3 consecutive free throws he's missed. Only 23 seconds to go. Gives him a 7-point lead, gets inside to Spencer. Spencer's going to push. Ryle will give a little token full court pressure, Dooling. Will get to the rim, try to lay it up. He does, makes it 57-52. Gets inside to Blevins. They'll foul Blevins. Blevins' first trip to the free throw line, got 6 points on the afternoon, 4 rebounds. Bears turned it over 11 times today, only 4-7. 11 rebounds, 11 turnovers, only 5 assists. Blevins' first shot's up and good, makes it 58-52. Bears will be back in action next Monday, taking on the University of the Cumberland's Appalachian Wireless Arena. And Blevins' both shots are good, give him 8 on the afternoon. You watch those games on the UPIKE Sports Network. Spencer rises up, jump shot, no good, and now wrap it up. And Rio Grande will come in and win this one over the Bears.